Hey guys, welcome back. For this video, it's gonna be Remnant of Ner'zhul. So, the Remnant of Ner'zhul fight is fairly straightforward. So there's not really too much to go into for this intro bit. So we will get started straight away with the video. So, pretty standard fight. A lot of it is tank and spank, but this is more positional tanking and spanking rather than standard just stand in the middle of the room. The reason for that is because of two debuffs that go out on the raid that need to be dispelled. If they're not dispelled, they will detonate anyway. And when they detonate or are dispelled, they will knock your entire raid group back. Back in relation to where the people dispelled were facing. So you will see as we go through this fight that there is a part of the encounter room that is marked, and that is where we run to if we are afflicted with the debuff. And you can see the weak aura or the bigwigs and DBM designate two markers, star and moon, or star and orange rather. And star will, because of the way the blizzard coding has been done, star will always be the one that classes as the first dispel, even if you do something like mass dispel. So you need to have star stand on the outer edge and circle stand slightly closer in, both facing out towards the void, and that means that everyone else will get knocked back into the center of the room. Outside of that, though, the fight is pretty straightforward. It is, for a Paladin, it is going to be use your cooldowns as and when they come up. And in situations like this, where your tanks are trying to get these orbs of torment to be afflicted with suffering, because when they first spawn, they have a huge damage reduction on them, so they take virtually no damage. So you need to use the boss's tank busting ability essentially to rip the shield off these orbs, which then mean they can be AoE'd. You can, in theory, pad off them, or do, well, not necessarily pad, but you can do additional damage to them. But because of the positional requirements, my recommendation would be just to focus single target, pump as much as you can. You can see here that I've held my cooldowns, and the reason for this is I am waiting for that detonation to get back in to maximize uptime, because that knockback is what you need to be wary of positionally for this fight. Outside of that, as a Paladin, it's just go to town, fairly straightforward, and not too much for you guys to stress about. I quite like Remnant. It's a nice break in the stress that can be trying to manage everything else, because all we need to do is dance around a few things and blow up the orbs. One thing to note about the orbs, those orbs of torment, it's very unlikely that you will need to do it as a Paladin, but when they are killed, they actually leave an orb that can be picked up, and it needs to be picked up and kicked off the edge of the platform. Generally, that is left to a high mobility class, so your monks, your demon hunters, your rogues, or as you can see, other people tend to pick it up on occasion, like I believe our Shami tried picking it up there, but you can see the circle and star are positioned accordingly, and they both individuals there died because they were facing the wrong way, because the way that knockback is the direction you are facing, it will throw you backwards from there. So if you are facing the boss to try and do DPS, you are going to get thrown off the edge. Now, if you're something like a warrior or a demon hunter, you can get away with it because you can heroic leap or you can fell rush back onto the platform. But most other classes, though, won't be able to in any way, shape or form. So remember to face out on that one. But yeah, Remnant is pretty straightforward. So a nice, quick, easy guide on that one. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment below, and I'll catch you in the next one.